matches.
Well, that's a
Mm-hmm,
hero that's
mm-hmm.
going to be able
Ember
to go
Spirit picked
and
up next.
yeah, that's a hero that's going to be able to go and follow up very quickly. They've got a lot of mobility coming out from Quincy Crew, and I like that. You've got a Spirit Breaker, you've got Axe who's going to get a Blink Dagger, you've got a Snapfire who will be using cookies, and then the Ember Spirit able to dodge in and out. So I'm liking this.
I'm liking it too. That is a Quinn specialty. I was talking to Ricky a lot about this one. The way that he plays the spirit heroes and some of his mids is kind of unique to other people. He ends up like he dies a little bit more than you would think he would, based on like how much of an advantage he normally has in the mid lane. But he pushes so far forward that the enemies are kind of forced to engage on him and knows exactly how long his team takes to get there. And he will always allow his team to take like a super beneficial fight if he goes down. Um, it just has like a massive impact and like allows the enemies to catch from super far away, having this really big reach. With Spirit Breaker on your team, I'm not sure he's going to have the same amount of deaths. I think he'll go like barely die at all. But his positioning is actually so amazing. I think he brings like the gameplay and how far forward he can go to the absolute limit here. He is an insanely good Spirit player.
More like a Limit Breaker, am I right?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it is such a unique and crazy good style of play. It's no surprise that this guy is ranked 1 in NA.
Agreed here. So no Bat Rider banned out here. They banned out the Life Stealer, figuring that, it's just way too easy. You've got too many vehicles for a Life Stealer. And they banned out the Drow too. And that would make sense because they're all fairly tanky to be up front, except for the Ember Spirit, who's going to be sliding around anyways. And it could cause a lot of problems later on, even though they do have a Night Stalker, which is usually pretty good in getting into the back lines. And, Lion eventually will be able to pick up a Blink. But I'm curious as to what the final pickup is here for UR. They still have a Morphling available, but he ends up going for the Axe. Sorry, the Sven, holding a giant cleaving item that looks like Axe, but I'm looking at Axe. Yep.
You can tell it's Axe because he's using hands if he's Axe. That's the number one giveaway,
Yeah. Yep. So then what's the final pickup? Because I feel like the draft coming out from 4Zoomers doesn't have a lot of synergy. Oh my god. Good old outstanding dude there, the Outhouse Destroyer.
That is an excellent hero against Spirit Breaker. You are always going to be able to save people they try to initiate on. They're going to build an Agnum Scepter on him, obviously. The 2 charges of Astral, or what is it? I never see this hero anymore, so I've forgotten the name of his ability.
Imprisonment?
Outworld Devourer. It is Astral Imprisonment. That's the one.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, but he always has a place in the meta. This hero, he does massive amounts of damage. If they hold him inside a chronosphere, he can blow people up. Monkeys forever. Suddenly, he's going to be able to play so far forward because you have huge amounts of damage coming out from Sammy Boy here, and my only issue is it doesn't pair incredibly well with Husky. You need your auto attacks off to do the damage to the enemy heroes, but you can just completely destroy somebody with the Sanity's Eclipse on top of them when they're hit by that Decrepify. But I'm excited to see what 4Zoomers does. Quincy Crew, a mostly traditional draft that we'd see in 7.27 other than the Spirit Breaker. And 4Zoomers, they're getting kind of wild with it.
And I love it, honestly, because Quincy Crew, right? They're the kings right now. They have consistently won every single North American tournament that we've had. So you know what? Don't try to fight them at their own game. Bring something weird. Try something out. Like in theory, like we said, that OD, it looks good. It looks good. The idea behind it is good. You've got a lot of heroes here that are strength based. And they've shifted around. I don't know if Gunner's going to be in the safe lane, if Sammy's going to go mid. You just have this mishmash of different things that are possibilities. So, it's groups. Now's the time to try out something a little wacky, see what you can do. And I'm honestly thrilled. I get to cast something different for a change. It's not the same drafts over and over and over. Because you know what? Down here in NASA, we like to mix things up. You're not getting the same stuff over and over again, right, Neph?
Yeah, exactly. Though I did just remember where I saw the lion, and you're not going to be happy. I saw it in Chinese games, actually.
Why am I not happy about that?
Because it's not NA and SA. I thought everyone would only be happy if I was like chained up to a computer, absorbing the power of North and South American Dota.
We'll tie you back to the gulag at some point there, buddy.
It's taboo. It's like a vegetarian eating like a hamburger or something.
Like monkeys forever
Eating a hamburger, yeah. That's why he came up with these Zoomers, apparently, though. He's just this healthy vegetarian lifestyle.
My patience is rewarded.
He plays a lot of sports ball, too, right? From what I understand, he's always saying, like, oh, I gotta go. I've got soccer practice.
He's also quite handsome.
Is he?
Well, that's just my opinion, I suppose.
Neph has a crush.
Come on, don't embarrass me. There's people
I think
watching.
you should type to him in the lobby and see if he notices you. Look at him. I've cowed him into silence, guys. He's speechless.
I'm just blushing now.
Looks like Gunnar is going to be going into that safe lane, so he's going to trade off with Sammy Boy. And I have to say, Neph, I'm a big fan of the Lelis axe, or in this case, hands, because he's not actually carrying an axe, which I don't understand that, but whatever.
We've gotten a little bit crazy with hats over the years. What year did this one come out?
Husky checking for some wards over here on the side. Doesn't find any.
His underwear says axe on it. Just noticed that.
He also has a blink dagger on his side.
Yeah, he does. I like
Axe
low
sometimes
resolution.
forgets which underoos are his, so he needs to write on them. Just so he doesn't accidentally take, like Ember Spirit's underwear.
Yeah,
Pretty
of
sure
course.
Ember Spirit would be very, very, very angry about that.
Disappointed that he doesn't have the low resolution heads instead of the blink dagger.
That's like something Slacks would do. Slacks likes to make his hero as weird and ugly as possible. Husky, though, unfortunately, there are 3 heroes, my friend. It is not looking good for you. A squishy little Pugna final hit coming in. Lelis will get it thanks to that battle hunger there. And the TP goes down. It's going to be SVG supporting you are.
It's odd to see Pugna die at the start, especially so quickly. He smokes immediately to get back to base, or get back to the lane quicker with that extra movement speed. I mean, given that he has so much movement, you just wouldn't think the hero would go down. It is impossible.
Speaking of going down here, Ocean. It is low tide, my friend. As Monkeys Forever now forced to run away from these 2 big old baddies.
Yep, you are pretty susceptible to die, if you use that initial Earth Spike, the enemies realize it's on cooldown, they just run at you. Not having a great start here on 4Zoomers.
No, they're struggling a little bit. The aggression is definitely on. But, again, I'm really interested in what's going to happen with Sammy Boy on this OD. Because the potential is there. But I'm just not sure in theory, like in practice, rather, Yep. Is it going to work out? Because you've got 2 really hard farming cores. I don't know.
I will say this, though. This is the first time that anybody has been ahead of... Oh.
Husky, top lane. He's down again. You were saying, though? It's first time somebody...
First time somebody has been ahead of Quinn at any point in that game, or in the laning phase, in CS-wise.
Uh-oh. Ocean. Not going to be able to aggro any of these creeps. It's pretty fast, though, actually, considering he doesn't have any boots. He'll turn back around. Has the Earth Spike in a second if he wants to try to slow down SVG. And he's just continuing to poke at him. Doesn't quite manage to land it, but doesn't seem too concerned about chasing him down, though, over here on the Spirit Breaker.
But questionable there. SVG doesn't have mana. Well, he does now for the Charger Doctor. I was going to say he could just mango up and turn on Ocean here after the Earth Spike completed. Does have an Orb of Venom. Yeah, he's going to go on him now, probably. He's got to be careful.
got a charge too. But this is a lot of space that he's making right now for monkeys, because the two of them together in that lane is very, very scary. So the fact that Ocean is managing to waste I wouldn't say waste SVG's time, but is just drawing his eye to him makes it so that way monkeys can actually CS without being too afraid. In fact, look at this. Monkeys right now, top of the CS, 16 and 7.
Yep.
That space is big.
Yeah, it will change as it goes along, but at the moment, you know, more base damage on Night Stalker means it's going to be easier for you to secure CS. Number 2 on the Sven, in fact. You know, 3, Sammy Boy over in the mid. Ooh.
Yep, Gunner has been dancing very, very low during all of this, and unfortunately is going to go down. He'll try to go and take down the Nether Ward. Looks like MSS will collect, but at the same time, they do lose the Courier. So, Axe not going to have any of his goodies delivered to him by Courier for a little bit. Might have to convince one of his supports to help him.
Mm-hmm. Keep wanting to touch on the mid, but the action's happening elsewhere. Heroes on 4Zoomers keep dropping like flies. And then
bottom right now is Ocean just gets storm hammered, punched in the face by SVG, and there's not much that this little lion can do. Oh! Looks like they almost just walked away from that, thinking, oh yeah, he's dead. Oh wait, no he's not. Turn back around, dude.
That cost him quite a bit, so it was 90 gold for the teleport, another 50 gold for dropping that branch, and then of course him having to walk back to base afterwards. You pay for it trying to style on your enemies.
Easy to do. Alright, well we got level 5 on both of these mid heroes. And OD just a little bit ahead here in terms of that CS. Of course, being able to go and banish Quinn makes things a lot easier. You're trying to go in for the last hits. 5-minute runes are up, but doesn't look like any real aggression coming out except for, you know, Ocean being able to snap up that rune right underneath SVG's nose. So.
Over here in the mid lane, SVG sitting at an angle to run at Sammy Boy. You know, he sees that he doesn't have mana for Astral Imprisonment. He'll probably wait for him to use the next one, and then he'll charge forward. But Ocean's sitting behind him this entire time, you know. He's ready for it. You know, when SP's off the map, odds are he's going to be trying to charge the mid lane. And, you know, they read that. Look at these people reading each other. This is the big brain gamers game, Moxxi. Dota 2.
Big boy leagues right here, you know. They realize that something's up.
No lions off the map as well, then he's just, you know, waiting behind heroes for Spirit Breaker to charge so they could turn a fight around.
I'm sure part of that is the fact that, you know, they know that the OD is going to be going and Oh, double damage rune, Sammy. He wants it, uses the imprisonment. He considers it, but not with Quinn here. Lights off, and that's going to be a full bottle for Quinn and double damage to boot. So Sammy's got to be extremely careful. Ocean is here, and he'll be able to slow him down just a little bit, but not if they look at this play. Jumping forward, followed up with the slight, in goes the charge, but the Astral Imprisonment buys him a little bit more time. They'll try to get the courier kill, and they'll be able to find it, but Sammy Boy, he needs help. Nice Earth Spike coming through now. Cookie Hop, though, coming out from SVG, but he's breaking their ankles at the last second, though. He will go down as Monkeys makes this rotation over here, uses the Dark Ascension, wants to get the kill over onto MSS, but it just doesn't quite have enough damage here. Ocean trying to get in a position, does have that stun. If he could get there fast enough, they'll slow him down. The silence, no, it'll land though. So they keep on going. Can they finally get this kill? MSS, he's a liver. It looks like they're not going to be able to go. Oh, Monkeys, he's going for the dive. He wants this so bad, but the Cookie Hop comes out. They'll turn this right back around again. Monkeys forever forced to run away. The light comes out from Quinn. Woo!
Beautiful there by Quincy Crew. You know, they got the dive off, and despite two heroes rotating in and committing Dark Ascension, you go down. They're not done yet, though.
Uh-oh, Gunner gets called, gets dunked. Nicely done.
I'm, you know, trying to sit here, analyze, and play, and Quincy Crew, they're already going for the next guys.
You love to see it.
You do. Beautiful dive there, you know, just getting behind that tier 1 tower, and you did see, like, Sammy Boy, he did do an amazing job there counting out some of these things, you know. He Astral Imprisonments, the charge landing, he dodges the cookie, but it just doesn't matter despite all of that outplay. You know, the coordination from Quincy Crew is there.
Man, Sammy would really love some boots right now, but his courier is toast. Rune's up. Quinn should be able to go grab it. It's an arcane rune. And we get another charge top here over onto Husky, who's left all alone. This is very scary, honestly. Couple of these punches off. Does have the Decrepify. Looks like Lion's making his own rotation. Goes for the call, tries to drag back here. He gets a little bit, but not enough damage to take down Husky just yet.
This guy doesn't have a very high HP cap, though. He does have to be careful. Doesn't have boots yet either, though. He's a very fast base hero. They're not interested in the position 4 Pugna, though, or position 5 Pugna. They've got their sights set elsewhere.
Look at this hunt coming up between MSS and SVG. They're looking for Gunner. They know that they forced him out of the lane. And at the same time, they're putting pressure over on Sammy here on the mid, too. They have to be very careful. Sammy can't be too aggressive. Although he keeps using that Astral Imprisonment very aggressively. MSS making his way top. They spot Husky. Scatter Blast out. Don't even really need to bother with the cookie right now, although they'll use it anyways. Look at the dunk off. Now Ocean, squishy little Ocean here, left all alone and just axe wailing away on him. Just have to be careful. It's taking tower damage. And what's Monkey's doing over here? Top lane, they're just going for the dive over on Ocean. One more click. Down he goes. Looks like Monkey, they want to make a move on Quinn, but I don't know.
It's too difficult. You know, you have tons of stuns at 4Zoomers, but you know, you just have way more control over the map and constantly able to run at people with the global presence of Spirit Breaker right now. We are 10-0 right now for Quincy Crew.
And it's gonna be 11 soon, I have a feeling. Quinn, MSS, Lelis, they are just putting all their front people here. Gunner trying to run away. He just can't run. Does have the Chronosphere if needed to try to disengage. Look at the teleports coming out, though. They want to try to punish him for this already. Quinn has left. And it looks like they're trying to just chase after Les. He's so fast, though. He's got phase boots. Monkey's Forever also fast, but doesn't want to fight into all of those heroes. He knows that he's a bit behind here. They'll back off. They forced out a couple TPs and the Dark Ascension, and they got nothing for it.
Yep, and this is him using Dark Ascension just after it turned to 10-minute mark. So it's just going to be daytime and nothing they can do about it for 100 seconds here. 110 seconds, in fact.
Uh-oh, Monkeys, the charge is on. Quinn's got his eyes on his prize here. Goes, drops one of his remnants if he needs to get out there in the fat. And a Jeff here. SVG does get canceled up. There's going to be those Snapfire Kisses being tossed out. Monkey's trying to juke his way around over here. There's too much damage, though, and he will fall as now Ocean forced to run away. Gunner is here, though. They've already gone and used those Mortimer Kisses, so they could opt to try to make something happen. SVG trying to go for the run. Gunner trying to get into position. There's a lot of heroes here, but he gets called to... Oh, my goodness. Lelis with the call at just the perfect time. That could have been one hell of a Chronosphere now.
It could have, but you know, Quincy Crew, they play it close, but they know exactly what they're doing here. They're pushing everything to its limits. Rotating all these heroes up here. You know, with all the disable on 4Zoomers, despite all the disable, rather, they can't do anything. They can't kill any heroes on Quincy Crew. They're too coordinated, and they're not giving them time to group up and do anything. This is
playing some really nice Dota.
12 minutes rolls around in a second here. Rune is going to be scattered by Quinn. You know, this beautiful gameplay by him. Look at him. Perfectly looking at the clock. Throw the remnant back onto the Rune? No, he just goes on top of it. Doesn't spawn where he needs it, though. Rookie move there by Quinn, after all. Now, you got to win those 50-50s.
We've got a smoke over here on the side of Zoomers. They're hoping that maybe they can go for a kill as they do spot out Lelis. They need... Alright, Sammy's going to open up here. Use that Astral Imprisonment, take down some of these creeps, and get in position so that way Lelis can't run away. But the cookie coming out from MSS, they see it. Gunner still going, he wants that kill. Nice Stormhammer being thrown out by UR, though the rest of the team is here. There's going to be the jump in here from SVG. Lelis will fall. But I don't know about this. I'm not sure about the Zoomers. You don't have that Chronosphere anymore. Sammy, though, getting into position. Does have the Sandy's Eclipse if they want to use it. Snapfire Kisses. Oh, the stun! And Sammy just taking a bath in all of those kisses back here. The bashback from SVG. That's a very, very dead OD as Gunner now forced to run away over onto the high ground. Monkey's Forever joining in, but again, it feels like they just don't want to commit. Maybe they can get the pick off on SVG. Do they have it? They don't have Finger of Death yet, even on Ocean. So that's just going to be a full-on retreat on the side of the Zoomers.
1-for-1 trade there. Actually going 300 XP and about 300 gold in favor of Zoomers. Just, despite the fact that you did lose your mid there. If nothing else, it was a moral victory for them. Just needing one kill in this game so far. It is super rough for them. Fights that even start and look amazing, and kills that Quinn, wasn't a part of, or team fights that Quinn wasn't a part of. They're still going super heavily in the favor of Quincy crew.
Ocean. Just walking into a space cow, walking into a grandma. This is a dead Ocean. Neph, I would like to point out that poor Ocean is still level 5.
Yes, we are 14 minutes in. He is not having a good time. He's going bottom to get a little bit of space so he can get a finger of death, maybe to kill with that. But
back lines. Lelis jumps over onto Husky immediately, while over on the side, they've got their side set over on Sammy Boy. And it looks like they're just going to be happy taking down Sammy. He even drops the Sandy's Eclipse. Oof. Not sure about that one.
Yeah, they're running out of things that they can do right now in 4Zoomers. When you're down this much, it feels kind of helpless. Even though you still have like one of your tier 1s up, if you can't kill any of the enemies despite committing so many heroes so often.
Gunner, he walked. Oh no! Get the courier. They're gonna be able to go and get the faceless void. It's looking like too. Although Monkey's Forever joining in the fight has that silence. That little battery coming in handy here from Husky as he sits over on the low ground. But Quinn, he finds them immediately, jumps in. They get the dunk off over here on Gunner. The rest of 4Zoomers forced to run away. They're just diving past the tier 2 at this point. Monkey's just being held into place here. Doesn't look like he's gonna be able to survive this. Oh, it looked like you are. He almost manages to get. They do get the kill on SVG finally. Couple of spins though. Sammy's not looking healthy. Does manage to go finally take him down, but they'll be able to return it. And Yawar gets the kill.
They teleport in. Yeah, it's not gonna. Nothing's gonna come of this one. In fact, you don't want to try to make anything of this one. And they've turned on you so many times so far. That's a very sick play by 4Zoomers in one way there, though, Moxxi. They actually popped the fortifications of the tower flag as they dove the tier 3.
They had to do something there. MSS, he's pretty tanky though. Monkeys, he wants to get this kill and he can't. He doesn't have the damage.
Oh no.
Whoa.
They'll cancel this, right? Yeah, they cancel it. He doesn't want to go that far. Yeah, it's a little bit too wild. You're winning, you want to keep it that way, SVG. Let's not go crazy.
That's a different team. Or was a team. Feels bad, man.
Yeah, it really does. Quinn is in the bottom lane. He's trying to shove this lane out, but he's got his Remnant up, and he's got a 6th sense.
It's just so hard to pin him down.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know about those Quincy crew. Rather 4Zoomers. They, you could tell. Lelis was like, "Oh, we fighting?" Because he's down to fight. This is a very active axe. Smoke coming out on the side of Quincy crew now. They're hunting. They're hoping maybe they can grab themselves a gunner. They do have that ward. Ooh, they know exactly where he is. Lelis jumping forward with the call, followed up with the charge from SVG, bouncing him right back again. Cookie hop. And down goes the Faceless Void.
Yeah, none of these people are very high levels, though. He's only 9, so he will respawn another 24 seconds here. He's not down for that long, but we're starting to run into the, the lack of damage issue for Zoomers. The heroes are leveling up pretty fast. They're getting their items. Axe, he's going for Aghanim Scepter. Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh man, this is actually pretty sick. I don't know if you've seen it actually in game before, because nobody ever gets it.
Good old AoE battle hunger,
Yeah. Do you know how it functions exactly? It actually reduces all damage output from people who are battle hungered by 30%. That includes spells.
That seems illegal, but also not normally picked up, so I guess it's balanced?
Yeah, if it was really good, people would get it, but it acts as one of the heroes where, it's too good to get a Blink Dagger. You need your BKB. You probably build a pipe a lot of the time. You want your Shiva's Guard. You want your Heaven's Halberd sometimes. There's too many other items that are super good on the hero and situational for you to grab. But, in a game like this one, when you're winning this hard, try it out.
Alright, well, it looks like they're going to bait Sammy here. They're so grouped together. Oh my god, if they jump forward, if Lelis got that call, they'll hold Sammy in place. In comes, alright, SVG's going to be the one who jumps in. Mortimer Kiss is getting tossed down into the river. There's a Chronosphere coming in though from Gunner, but he does no damage, and he's just taking too much from the Snapfire. He's in so much trouble. Cookie Hop coming out, Gunner. Oh, he gets slited up over on the side. They take down Lelis, they take down Ocean, they take down Gunner, as now Husky tries to keep Sammy Boy alive here, but he's just taking damage on the back end. There's going to be the buyback coming out from the line, buyback coming out from Pugna. They want to try to keep Sammy Boy alive. He's had such a difficult game here. They'll go, they drop the hammer, they finally take down Quinn, they'll take down Yawar. And are they going to be able to keep Sammy alive, though? The Cookie Hop, he sidesteps, goes forward. Little Battery Husky going to be able to keep Sammy alive as he chases after SVG. And he doesn't even manage to get the final kill up on him as they follow up over here onto MSS. They'll get that kill. Are they going to finally take down everyone? No.
Oh, just
What a
barely
fight.
get out of that one at the end on the Spirit Breaker. But, you know, he's the support. He barely matters. They needed this so much on 4Zoomers as well. It's not done.
Lela's jumping back in again. He's crazy. He wanted to kill a monkey, but he got too greedy. Oh, Husky just drains them dry here, as now it looks like SVG forced to run away. Don't have that life drain off a cooldown, of course, because it is a pause 5 Pugna, so I'll turn back around and just heal Sammy Boy back up. Blah, 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 blah.
Uses that gamer juice that he just drained from Lelis and hands it over to Sammy Boy.
Disgusting.
He's gamered up now. But that last team fight, I think 2,200 network strength, but the big thing was like a 4,500 XP. The heroes were so under-leveled on 4Zoomers, it felt like they just couldn't keep up to Quincy Crew. Finally, they have a shot at this, it feels like. There was massive damage coming out from Sammy Boy. I was talking about that during the draft, you know. You're never quite out of it when you have the Chronosphere and the OD. You need a lot more attack speed in order to take these fights as things progress, though. And I'm not sure you're going to have time to get there. Quinn right now, he is going for that BKB. If they can close these fights out fast, you know, you're not going to be able to do that, the damage through the magic community. That's not how Arcane Orb works, unfortunately. It'd be very broken if it did.
It would be extremely broken if it did. Oh my god. Smoke up, though. Lelis and SVG. Baiting Quinn a little bit here, but hoping that they can find someone in the jungle. They don't have any vision up, though, so not going to be able to find anyone just yet, as everyone's kind of playing around Gunner right now. He's got the Chronosphere up in 11, and there's the follow-up. Sammy just gonna try to keep him alive a little bit longer, get that protection down. Mortimer Kisses come out, and the stun, it just doesn't manage to go off here as Lelis jumped in for that call, but Ocean with the fast fingers. Make sure he can't get it off.
Sammy Boy, that was an aggressive blink.
Indeed it was.
The enemy team just disengages, though. I think the major thing to watch, whether or not Quincy Crew want or ready to take a fight, is Quinn's positioning. You know, it's just completely around him. I think he's making the majority of the calls right now, up until Yawar is feeling a little bit stronger. He just completed his BKB, though.
Jump forward here, coming out from Sammy Boy. He's hoping he can get the kill on SVG, and it's looking pretty damn good as he finds the pick off. Rest of his team sitting behind, so if Quinn decides, oh, Gunner.
Oh.
Gets the courier kill, at least, but, woo! There it is.
That one's gonna hurt.
Well, Listo finds himself a Husky, and you are joining in the fight now. Have the Decrepify, will be able to go get the stun off, get the dunk. And he just gets handled.
Husky going down, not big. The big thing is the lack of Chronosphere that they have. The Chronosphere they don't have right now? Yeah.
That's very sad.
Sag. You're gonna have to explain Sag to me.
It's literally sad.
Ah, I see.
Aren't you young? You're like so much younger than me. You're like an infant. How do you not know this?
I have trouble keeping up with the hot. What is it?
The hot goss.
Twitter thing? The gossip?
Gunner, though, wrong place, wrong time, my friend. You have too much lockdown, especially when you consider that they have that net too over on Quinn. So he will die, but you know what? He didn't have the Chronosphere up for another 90-something seconds anyway, so... You know, looking on the bright side of things. Sure, he'd rather be alive farming because we have seen almost nothing of Yawar this game because this man's just been allowed to hit creeps the entire time. He's 12k net worth now.
Yeah.
Look at him now.
Little baby boy faces Void with 118 last hits, 0-7 and 3 versus the Chad you are with 263 last hits, 4-1 and 5. Is he double his net worth? He's more than double his net worth. There we
He's
go.
a large lad.
Yeah, more than double faces Void's net worth.
Oh
You'll love
boy.
to see it.
Lelis has himself a Zags. I'm looking forward to seeing it.
You probably just start dropping it on creeps and whatnot. He's not level 15 yet, so the cooldown of Battle Hunger is still 10 seconds. It cuts in half at level 2, but since it applies to every creep on a creep wave, you get 50% of the speed bonus that you normally get, but you still get close to max movement speed when you drop it on a creep wave. It's pretty cool. But yeah, he's going to want level 15. Yeah, that's when it's really going to pop off. I'm excited to finally see it in a professional match. I'm sure it's been run before, but not in a game I've watched, unfortunately.
Looks like Sammy Boy's working on getting himself a Moon Shard as his next item. Surprised that he wouldn't try for something like a BKB, considering the Snapfire is absolutely wrecking everybody, but...
Well, he's got himself a Force Staff.
Gunner, you gotta be careful, friend. They have a charge over on Husky, but they'll cancel it off.
He has a Force Staff. Attack speed is the #1 thing that he needs. Before anything else, I think they want to be able to focus on blowing up these heroes. They actually need the damage to take them down, and they were starting to have damage problems before. The Moonshard will solve that problem, but it's pretty all-in and desperate.
Ooh, they smoke up. They were hoping to grab them while they're in the Roche Pit, and they are smoked over on the side of Quincy Crew. This is dangerous going into the high ground here at night. Lelis. They will start and initiate over onto Monkeys. They still have to be careful though. Faceless Boy, they're all grouped up. He's looking for the Chronosphere, manages to go and grab 2 of them. And they'll go right onto the back lines though. Look at Yowar, he's just slicing everybody to bits. As they take down Husky, they take down Ocean. These shellings coming out, it just does so much damage. Monkeys forever. He's trying to help, trying to get this kill over onto Quinn. They're not going to be able to do it. They go, they turn back around. Though Sammy Boy, he finds that opening, and he's just taking too much damage for the rest of the side of Quincy Crew, as only Monkeys Forever is still alive. The Yowar just sailed right past that Chronosphere, no problem, and the Snapfire Kisses just do too much damage now. Oh my god.
Sven, he just tore through the entire 4Zoomers team. Snapfire did a lot himself, 2,000 damage, I think came out solely from Mortimer Kisses. But all your damage right now comes from Sammy Boy. He's doing a decent job. He did manage to take down Ember Sphere, but he can't do it all by himself, especially when, like you said, he doesn't have the BKB. He's not able to stay on targets in these team fights. Very easy for them to kill him in retaliation.
I just don't understand why you wouldn't get a BKB.
You do need the attack speed in order to kill the heroes. Like I don't think Quinn would have gone down there without the Hyperstone. Mm-hmm. It is like the biggest DPS item on OD, and when you have a Lion on your team, you have a Night Stalker on your team, you have a Faceless Void, you have those disables, you want to be able to blow people up inside the initial disables, but it does feel like they're able to do the same thing on Quincy Crew. I like Sammy Boy's decision. I can't really think of a better one myself, but as you say, it does feel pretty rough just getting blown up.
This looks like they should be able to get a kill over onto SVG, but the follow-up here from Quinn. And in comes Yowar. Uh-oh, Monkey's now running for his life. He doesn't want to have to deal with the Sven, but Sven doesn't care. BKB comes out, though, from Monkeys. He's going to have to use it defensively to get away. I'm sure you're pretty okay with that if you're on the side of Quincy Crew here, knowing that you forced out a BKB charge.
Yeah. That's all he can do right now. I mean, you have the 15 talent, you have the D-Spell, you're level 20, in fact. You could, next time you Stormbolt on a Monkey's Forever, I think he just dies. You have to use the Decrepify on him right after he's hit.
No, there it is. But with the Snapfire Kisses, it doesn't really matter. Nice call coming out from Lelis. They'll turn back around. They tried to save Husky, but what can he really do? Mortimer Kisses are now down. This is going to open up the opportunity to take this bottom tower. They do force out the fortification, though.
Well, they'll get the tier 2 tower here. They won't be able to grab the 3, I don't think. But, all you really got from walking forward there was a dead Pugna. He's forced to save the...
Gunner.
Siblings forever at the cost of his own life.
Has his own BKB, though. Could turn this back around. They have the Chronosphere, but Are they going to be able to get there in time? Sammy's here. SVG's here as well. It's a good call as he holds everybody into place with the pushback. Again, Gunner looking for this opening. Only going to be able to go and grab SVG. Oh, doesn't even manage to grab SVG. He's only got MSS as you've got multiple fights going on, but they're split up over here on the side as Monkey Forever just chasing down Lelis. He wants this kill so very badly. Manages to go get the call. Can they finish him off? No, the stun comes out from Yuar. It actually saves Lelis as he goes. He turns back around, gets off that battle hunger. Again, SVG, he's still alive and kicking. Monkey's trying desperately to get the final hit on this kill, and now trying to just get enough space here so that way he can teleport out, although he has his eyes on Lelis. He's run out though. He's gonna be stuck over on the side. No, Quinn and Monkeys, this is just like some ridiculous American Gladiator nonsense going on as they sit on two different pedestals here. Now Husky forced to run away. You can't run from Yoar.
And the last, Quinton up here on the cliff, no TP off of cooldown, didn't have the mana of Fire Remnant. This is just his Halloween costume. He's dressing up as Arteezy, everybody. But, it looked like a decent start to that fight, but eventually Sven came in and, just massive damage from him, even without the god strength. Things just won't go your way right now, and starting to do some damage now on Monkeys Forever because you can't bring him down, but everything is coming out from Sammy Boy right now, it feels.
I feel like if Sammy wasn't that close in that last engagement in the river and Gunner had managed to get the Chronosphere off, that goes so much differently. But they were just too close. They were hugging each other, and then you follow up with the fact that SVG just charges in with the space, and then the rest of the team just made their way there so quickly. Whew.
King said, I'm not sure if they can go forward here, Moxxi. Quincy crew, they control everything right now. Your Chronosphere is on cooldown. This could be...
Oh, maybe? Immediately disjointed here. But there's the follow-up from Lelis, and they have the BKBs up and running over on Uars. He's just trying to fight Gunner here. Gunner trying to run away. They don't have the Chronosphere. They don't want to go for this fight. Where's Husky? He's not going to be able to make it out, although they do have the Glimmer Cape. They turn back around. Maybe they can kite Uar. If they could get this kill, that would be absolutely huge, but there's going to be the toss in over on the side. The Slight comes out on the back lines. Husky's going to get taken down. Uar, is he finally going to fall? Yes, that's going to be the Aegis for the first time here. Gunner already using his BKB, though. I'm not sure if they can still go in on this. They've used so many of their resources.
They have, but
Quinn,
you have to
poking.
I think you have to back off here on Quincy crew as well. I'm not sure if that was intentional or a misplay by Uar. He used his BKB there, and then I think he popped his Mask of Madness directly after, and he didn't get the God Strength off.
Oh, Monkeys! BKB comes out. Gunner has the Chronosphere here. Sammy blinking forward here, trying to find the opening. Can they go? They do! They managed to go, and they grab both of them. Sammy Boy's going to be able to go. He needs to get maybe up onto that high guard just a little bit longer. Drops the Sandy's Eclipse. They follow up with the Lion ulti. They've used everything now as they take down Husky. They take down Sammy Boy, and Quinn is to fall, but now Gunner, oh no, there's the cookie coming out, and they bash him right back again. Gunner is down. They have buyback, but they don't have the Chronosphere, and they managed to take Sammy during that fight.
Oh my god, it looked like the perfect Chronosphere. You did a lot, but you were on the low ground, so you're missing attacks there on Sammy Boy. You just couldn't get enough off. The Sandy's Eclipse was amazing too, but with Sammy Boy down, I'm not sure you have the damage to clear out Sven anymore. He has BKB now ready, in fact, and you're gonna have to use some abilities here on.
SPG saw him is like, yeah, nah. Gonna jump forward again here, right onto Ocean. He's gonna get taken down. Monkeys, you force use the Dark Ascension. Does get bashed up here. He's gonna spend a little time inside his Ancient. But might be able to force them back a little bit. Needs to be careful though. Maybe they can hold out a little bit longer and just force them away. Don't have Chronosphere up for a little bit longer. Gunner, again, has to be careful. There's so much lockdown. In fact, look at this. You are considering going back in again. Does have that Stormhammer, but Monkeys is a little bit scary here. He's starting to poke a little bit more. Still have MSS, though, with that cookie. But now, that's going to be the end of the engagement. Quincy crew will just back off.
Yeah, with Quinn down, still on the other side of the map, and God Strength, BKB, both on cooldown at the time, it makes sense for them to get back. They're almost level 25 on Sven as well, once he has that plus 1 second stun duration on the Stormhammer. Things like blowing up Pugnard Lion are just going to be no problem at all. They're not going to be able to kite him anymore. These heroes are going to need to save each other, and even then, I'm not sure it's enough. So they'll farm that up, and they might even wait until the next Roshan, but I'm not sure they give Zoomers any time to farm their next item or two. I think that they just wait for these cooldowns, and then they go back in. In fact, I think all of them are up now, and Chronosphere is still on cooldown. They're going to try to make a play in the next 30 seconds right now, it looks like.
Man, you need like one hell of a chronosphere. Honestly, okay. Yeah, look at this. The OD immediately being like, so hey, Monkey's here. Might be forced to use a BKB charge to get out here, although Silence is going to be able to go, tries to fly, tries to just get into those trees, and it looks like he's going to be just fine, despite the fact that Snapfire yeets Lelis over at him. So a little bit of a close call, but you know, they're making use of the space and the time.
Yeah.
They're waiting for that chronosphere to be back online. In fact, it's back up now for Gunner. So, like I said, they need one hell of a chronosphere so that way Sammy can just kite everybody, because he just can't afford to be up front and center like this. And as we say this, Lelis finds Ocean, gets the dunk off. Gunner now forced to run away. Monkeys, though, immediately tries to go back in again, but you don't have your Pugnet, you don't have your OD here. Oh, Quinn, though, jumping in immediately. Forced back as they jump in again. Lelis with the BKBs. Everybody's got BKBs. Gunner's here, and he goes, he gets a chrono off, but he's got Sammy Boy stuck inside of it. And he's not going to be able to do anything. He's just getting pelted over here by the kisses. Gunner might have actually gotten him killed during that fight. There is no buyback now over here on this OD. Monkeys Forever trying to run away from the Snapfire. Gunner, he's so close to getting inside his own base. How is he going to be able to do it? No, he'll fall. That's a team wipe.
I think that's going to be game. Right now, I'm not sure how they defend from him. I mean, you can buy back on the Faceless Void. Sammy Boy just bought out getting that Moonshot before the fight. If the Chronosphere was a little bit further forward there and it didn't catch Sammy Boy, I think they could have wiped out the entire team of Quincy Crew given the fact that Moonshot was just picked up.
Not feeling good right now if you are Quincy Crew. All you have is Pugna and Faceless Void, and you don't even have Pugna anymore because he just immediately gets evaporated. Gunner runs back into his fountain. He realizes that he really can't do anything without the rest of his team up. Lion's going to be up in about 25 seconds. You've got the OD, he's going to be back up too. And they aren't doing really fast amounts of damage here. So it's not looking like they're going to be able to go and finish off completely just yet, unless Gunner gets taken down, but I don't believe they're going to be able to get that kill. Not with everybody else respawning. I think Quincy Crew will just back off.
Yep. Roshan responding in another 55 seconds here as well. You know, wait for your God Strength again. Wait for, I don't know, Snapfire Ultimate, which is just about up, and then take another fight. Chronosphere is still on cooldown for a little bit, so they might play this a little bit faster, but Sven having no mana is an issue. It bottles him up right now on Quinn. Look at that. This is teamwork right here.
That's what makes the dream work. Alright, well, got quite the net worth over here on the side of Quincy Crew right now. You can look at Yuari sitting at 25k, 15 on Lelis, 14 on Quinn, and they're just ready to go again. Oh, immediately the jump forward here. Ocean just an innocent bystander. As they go, they take down Husky, and this is not looking good for Sammy Boy. He's trying to juke, he's trying to get away, but he just absolutely cannot. They get the dunk off on the back lines. They didn't forget about Husky there, and they do call the GG. At this point, Quincy Crew, they just don't have solutions for it. Quincy Crew's just too strong.
No, it is. Sammy Boy is the most important person in this game. They're not going to be able to find kills without him. He was involved in 15 out of the 16 kills on the team of 4Zoomers. I want to move over to Grass real quick. Wouldn't be surprised if he's like more than twice as much hero damage as anyone on his team. Yeah, in fact, that's exactly what he's got. You know, 30,000 hero damage on Sammy Boy, Husky at 10, Boyd 8,000, 16,000 no wonder. The fact they knew on Quincy Crew that Sammy Boy was the only important hero there, and they had to bring him down. And the fact that he had bought that Moonshard, and they killed him. A Gunner got the Chronosphere onto him as well in that last team fight. One more kisses were coming down. I think that was like the nail in the coffin. Yes, it looked pretty rougher than before, but you know that was like the one thing that needed to not happen in order for you to win this fight. Nobody else is outputting that damage.
I just think one of the issues is that they ignored Yuar. Right? After a certain point, Yuar was just allowed to farm to his heart's content. He only showed up to fights he wanted to, and they were constantly bringing fights to the Zoomers. Sammy Boy was the primary source of damage. Gunner he didn't have any, like, you look at Gunner's items at the very end, like, that's not what you want to see on your safe lane Faceless Void. Night Stalker never really got a chance to accelerate. I just felt like, I don't know, I didn't like the position 5 Pugna. Like, I understand what they wanted to do with it. I know they picked it up quite early, but it just got obliterated, especially once Quincy Cruz started snowballing. Yeah, I just they shut down Sammy Boy so hard, and they just didn't have a game. Honestly speaking, like Quincy Crew really just kind of did what they do best and just ran right on through. So I don't know. I don't know what else to really say about that game. The idea was good, right? The
Mhm.
idea was good that you had, the setup, and then, Sammy Boy would be able to, just start wailing away on them, but they never really got those opportunities. So
Yeah, but beautiful performance out of them. I feel like they couldn't shut down New Ice Farm, though, as you were saying. Like, just winning all over the map, the entire game, having map control on Quincy Crew, using that Spirit Breaker pick amazingly. And Lions game also pretty miserable. It never really looked like a question of whether or not they could win. A couple times there's like fights with Sammy Boy, it just popped off. They managed to take him down, but Quincy Crew, they know exactly what they need to do to close out these games. Their drafts are always super amazing, and their play style, completely dominant like, every single game.
I mean, there's a reason why these guys are the kings of NA right now.
Yeah.
But they've had a couple times where they could have been unseated, so they're starting to figure out these strategies. 4Zoomers, though, I think just a little bit too far off the mark this time. I was very excited to see their draft. I like the idea of, you're going up against the Kings. Try something different. Try something wild and wacky. And in this case, it didn't work out. But again, it's groups. So, if this is the time that you do want to kind of want to try out some different things. And in this case, unfortunately, it didn't work out for them. But guys, this is a best of 2 series. We are in groups. So we are going to have another game between Quincy Crew and 4Zoomers. So stick around and grab yourself a fresh monster during the break. When we come back, we'll have game number 2.